Here's my trusty steed that I've kind of used as a design just to get a kind of rough idea. Alright, here goes the design work. I think the front triangle is going to be really similar to the other bike here. So I just need to put this bottom bracket in down here. And run a straight tube up to there, to the headset there. And I think I'm going to try to run this bottom tube here and those bottom seats, what are they called? Stays or whatever they are, rear stays. And then I'm going to work on the rest of it. I had the idea to make this bike kind of square and polished steel. So this is nested into that. I just have to weld that in place and then look at connecting the other side. Now the head tube is going to fit in something like that. So I got to cut this off and put a fish mouth in it. Doing a little math here. I've got these this welded in place. Need to finish the welds a little bit, but when I check here, the distance between here is 5.5. It's 6 on the other one, but so 5.5 times 2 is 11, plus this is 3.5. That makes 14.5 centimeters. That I have to be less than that, so maybe 14 centimeters or so, so I don't hit the rear stays here. And when I check the inner dimension of this here, the widest part here, it's 10.5. So if I add 2 centimeters on each side and make these rear stays out of 20 by 20 steel, I'm at 14.5, the same as the back. So I can have on my rear stays coming pretty much straight, and it turns out the distance between the length of this hub here is about 13.5. So if I kind of stick with 14 centimeters outside to outside and then narrow it down to 6 centimeters here, that should be what I need for the rear stays. So I'm going to do the rear stays now and make kind of a funny bike without a top bar and then go from there. Felt like cheating, but I cut the pieces on the chop saw here at 22.5-degree angle. Now I actually beveled. I don't usually do that because I'm usually working such light steel, but this stuff is heavy duty compared to normal. Here's a piece of normal piece. Now I'm going to lay it out like this. The same thing on this side. And weld that in place. 2 centimeter gap there. Alright, here we go. We got this one ready. Oh, it looks nicer shined up and ground, isn't it? But that's going to slip in like this. And next we got to put the ends on there, but also weld it in place there. See, here's the slight problem. Those come to the wrong spot. I was thinking the outside is 14 centimeters, but that's not where the ends are going, so I got to do a little adjustment here. Alright, trying to get this thing lined up and then weld right there. Right now this looks pretty good there, and that's pretty good there, so these are perpendicular. I've put 2 guides in here. This should help line up the back end here. It looks like I need a little grinding to do a little grinding here. There's a gap there, and that side's pretty tight. So if I grind over there in order to get it lined up. Since I had to take this thing off anyways to grind it a little bit, I think I better finish these off before I put it back on the bike. I had to do a modification here and widen this. I cut through here and then re-welded it to spread the back apart farther. And I'll pound that down and weld it to make it look like that. Well, I got it pretty well tacked in place. Let's see how it all looks now. Alright, there is where we're at. It looks fairly lined up. It's hard to tell exactly, but it looks fairly good. And now we just need to work on the rest of the frame.